morning, everyone. My name is Chris Cook. I'm the Parks Commissioner for the City of Boston. I also serve as the city's Chief of Environment. Congratulations to this extraordinary community on the opening of Liberty Tree Plaza. Give yourselves a round of applause. This has been a partnership among many city departments. We'll get into that very soon, but we're here to celebrate something very, very special on this corner of Washington and Essex. And it gives me a great honor to introduce someone who really made this a priority early on in his administration, that no matter how complicated this site was to build on, he wanted to make sure that we returned the Liberty Tree to Liberty Tree Plaza. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome on a cold morning to the Mayor of Boston, Martin J. Walsh.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you very much, Chris. And let me just, I want to thank all the community partners and everyone who played part in this renovation. I want to give a special shout out to Public Works, BPDA, Parks Department, Boston Public Library, Boston Police Department, all the folks that were part of this incredible revitalization of this particular spot. This is truly a group effort, and I want to thank all of you for your dedication in making this happen. I want to thank the neighborhood as well. Liberty Tree Plaza is an iconic landmark in the Chinatown neighborhood. The Sons of Liberty rallied here in 1765. The original Elm Street was a symbol of the American Revolution and a call for freedom. Today, this plaza serves as a reminder of what can be possible when people come together, in particular when Bostonians come together. The city has made several renovations to this site, making it more accessible to the community. We've installed movable chairs and tables, which are not out here today because it's too cold, and we'll have it here in the springtime. They are freshly paved and new lighting and landscape. I especially want to thank the BPDA for maintaining this plaza, and they will invest $30,000 annually to keep this plaza up. If you remember what this plaza looked like before it looks like this, it was not like this. And I walked through here that one day, and the bricks were coming up, and there was bricks missing, and it was awful. And I said, we got to do something here, because if we're going to host a library and a college and businesses here in this building, in this neighborhood, we need to make sure that we own up and do the right thing here in the neighborhood. This plaza will continue to be a vibrant place for visitors, students, and residents to be able to come and enjoy. We're going to welcome back food trucks and other programming here. It's also going to join the exciting renovation across the street of the new Chinatown Public Library branch, which I'm excited to visit in a little while. This is an exciting day for Chinatown. We're excited to cut the ribbon on this area, and I want to thank all of you for coming out today. I know it's cold, so I'm going to stop talking and bring Chris back up. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The mayor already mentioned this, but this is a partnership between multiple city departments. This is actually Boston Public Works property, and we're joined by Chief Osgood. So Chief, thank you very much for everything you do. And now here representing the Boston Planning and Development Agency is their director, Brian Golden.
Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you, Mayor Walsh. It's a real pleasure for us to be here. I'm standing here in the shoes of the landlord. The Boston Planning and Development Agency owns this magnificent building right alongside the plaza, and we've spent years investing in this property, turning it over to productive uses for people throughout the city. It has a host of education opportunities for populations that traditionally have not found it easy to be served by higher ed and other educational needs. So we're really proud of what this building has become. But and as has been mentioned, it's also home to the Chinatown Library Services. This neighborhood for the better part of 50 years lacked such a facility. We're really proud that we were able to play a role in finding a home for that all-important function for the neighborhood. But now we turn our attention to the public realm. And we're helping to reclaim the public realm for the people of this neighborhood, for the people who spend significant parts of their lives in the downtown. This is an inviting place. It'll be even more inviting during the good weather, but this is a beautiful spot. We thank the folks at Kensington Development who developed the Kensington residential building just behind us. Kensington, Charlotte Lewis, Connie Kostelnik from the development team are here to celebrate this. That project threw off significant revenue to provide for this open space. I also want to shout out to our folks at the Boston Planning and Development Agency who played a really significant role in making this happen. Jill Oak-Zick, our landscape architect, played a really important role there. Teresa Polhemus helped cobble together city agencies to make sure we came up with the gap funding that was necessary to bring this to completion. Dolores DeFazio and Paul Osborne. We really pulled together as not just an agency, but an interdepartmental effort to make this thing happen. And again, it's all about serving the people of Chinatown and Boston with a quality structure and a quality public realm. So thanks so much. We're really happy to be celebrating with you all today.
Thank you, Brian. Thanks. So this was an incredibly difficult spot to design, and we had an amazing design team. A nice round of applause for Crosby, Schlesinger, and Smallridge. Any possible utility that the city of Boston has ever buried is underneath this plaza. So it's a very exciting place to build, and we have an extraordinary contractor who had great site control, got out here early, worked with the community. I want a big shout out to Metro Equipment, and Corey and Ann Sullivan are here from Metro. Thank you for everything you did. A few quick thank yous. Of course, the BPDA, there have been mentioned, Jill Zick, Dolores Fazio, Paul Osborne from Public Works, the Chief Engineer, Par Jingsei, Bill Egan, Zach Wasmouth. A big shout out to the street lighting folks, Paul Kosika and John Yetman, the China Trade Building management team, Valerie Reed, from the MBTA, Ashley Emerson. You're starting to understand how complicated this site was. From the community itself, the Bostonian Society, Emerson College, Freedom Trail Foundation, Paul Revere House, St. Francis House, the Urban College of Boston, Asian Community Development Corporation, the Business Improvement District, local residents. This is just an amazing civic accomplishment. For hundreds of years, there hasn't been a Liberty Tree here where we actually celebrate the roots of our American Revolution, and now visitors will actually come to actually enjoy that space. Here from Suffolk University to give us a quick color, because I know it's cold, is Suffolk Professor Bob Allison.
Great, thank you, Chris. This is really a great spot. This became the Liberty Tree because this was the entry into Boston from Roxbury. Everyone coming into town would pass by the elm tree here that was then festooned with signs, displays, hanged effigies of tax collectors, other folks, until the British cut it down in November of, I think it was 1775. We'll check on the date on that. And 50 years later, the Marquis de Lafayette came to the Liberty Stump that Bostonians preserved and said, Americans, the world should never forget what happened here, what happened on this site. And I want to thank the mayor for ensuring that this site will be preserved for another at least 100 years, 200 years, so that we can remember the meaning of liberty. I also want to thank Allison Perlman from the Parks Department who oversaw this project. It's great to have this site marked, this site commemorated, and so many people will walk through the site and reflect on the meaning of liberty. So this is a great day. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much. And Bob already mentioned her, but another round of applause for the extraordinary, hardworking Allison Perlman. And it was yeoman's work to pull all these different agencies together, and I'm very, very grateful that you helped return this elm to this plaza. So at this time, I would ask the elected officials and other civic leaders to come join us so we can cut this ribbon. Mr. Mayor? Everyone's too frozen to move. We'd like to have some students from the school come join us as well. I know we have some folks from Historic Preservation. Come on up. This is your park. You should celebrate it. Come on over. Congratulations, everyone, on the return of the Liberty Tree.